Check. Gosh dang it. All right. Let's start all over. Bum, ba, 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 bum, bum. All right. Frick, man. That's so lame. I haven't streamed in like several weeks, and like I jump on and my audio's freaking dead. Gosh dang it. Okay. We'll start all over. The reason why I haven't streamed in several weeks is twofold. Number one, my job's been super busy. I've been traveling a shit ton. Two, okay, it's actually threefold. One, traveling a lot for work. Two, I've been like getting my head down, just being like, I need to finish these comics. And so like this week, getting Super Plumber Sisters 2 out to people. Finishing up My Sexy Witch Academia. Grinding the fuck out of The Girl with the Megafist. And if you saw the post that I did earlier today, you'll notice that like I made a promise. I said, I'm going to finish the art for Girl with the Megafist Volume 4 in May. All the art is going to be done. Well, in order for me to do that, I was like, let me see if I can cram these 2 chapters into a 12-page chapter so that I can just be done. I went to take a shortcut so I could have this book done because it's so freaking late and I'm very disappointed in myself. Well, as I started gray toning the pages, I was like, this sucks. Everything is so rushed. Everything is rushed. And one reason why I made The Girl with the Megafist was because I wanted to create a story that could take 10, 12 pages of just 2 people talking and having drama and to build these people's relationships. And so by me rushing the last chapter, because it was supposed to be 2 chapters, 2 like 40, 50 page, combined chapters, I was like, this is just really bad. This is just really, really bad. And so, I was like, this is going to delay me more, but I just have to do this. Otherwise I will be eternally unhappy. And the backers who, for all I know, are already unhappy, this will piss them off even more because, gosh, like, they're going to get the book and you know what they're going to remember? How crappy that ending was. So, yeah, so I've been grinding on The Girl with the Megafist, and I spent last night thumbnailing these 50 pages. Luckily, because of how amazing technology is, I was able to put those pages from this, put them onto my iPad. I can put Super Plumber Sisters on my laptop. And then while I'm out of town, because I'm leaving for a couple weeks, I can work on these books while I'm on the road. At the same time, yesterday I dropped off all 300 packages of Bullet Assassin living in a fantasy world #1. So I've also been busy fulfilling, and I did this one by myself. I didn't have any of my help with my brothers. I fulfilled all of this by myself. I created a system. It took me like 2-3 hours to like create the system that would allow me to optimize how I was working, and it panned out. That extra preparation, I was able to freaking fulfill all the books super quick. So yeah. And then the third and final reason why I haven't been streaming is this computer's dying. This computer's old. It's a 2010 Mac. It's done so much for me. But it is struggling. Like, you can see the frames dropping while I'm talking. It is struggling. Like, I used to be able to draw and talk. I used to be able to do draw streams. I can't do it anymore on this computer. Like, it is just dying. It's an old one. It is an old computer. So that's why the streams haven't been going on, because I just can't do it on there. Yeah, it's a decade-old desktop. And I could do it on my laptop, and we might have to do that. And we might have to do that for a time until I get a new computer, because like I said, this one's struggling. This guy is struggling. But yeah, I'm saving up for because like, here's the thing, I could buy one. I've got the money, but the money that's in my business bank account, it's there for the printing and fulfilling of Super Plumber Sisters 2, for the printing and fulfilling of My Sexy Witch 2, and also paying Erwin for Super Plumber Sisters 4, paying Tommy for My Sexy Witch Academia 3, and for the fulfillment and printing of the Girl with the Megafist 4. So like, I just want to keep it there for now. But you know, maybe if the Bold Assassin campaign does well and does over what I need it to do, you know, maybe we'll take out of that to get a new computer. We'll see, man. But I always put the books first. Like I don't get me wrong. Like I want to pull out of that fund, get a new computer, but it's just not. It's not good. It's not a good business decision. How's everyone doing? Is that Mr. Smiles mask in the backdrop? It is. It is. We got Ichthus in the house. We got Mr. X. We got Giovanni. How you doing? We got Vincent. How are you doing? We got Mrs. H. New computer for Ty. Don't worry. We're doing. Don't worry. Like I've been described at work as scrappy. My parents call me scrappy. Basically, like I can do great things with the bare minimum, and so we'll figure this out. But honestly, I can just always use my I can always just use my laptop, and that's probably what we'll start doing. But yeah, how are you guys doing? Guys, there's a lot of I've blocked and deleted and muted like I think probably 500 people this year. And so like my timeline on like Twitter is so just chill and clean. Like I don't see any drama at all. I see some drama, but like I don't see a ton of drama, which is very nice. I don't watch any YouTube streams. Like I don't watch any YouTube streams anymore these days. Literally, I just listen to music, and yeah. The things I am listening to though, I am getting back into like learning some new marketing skills in business, and the reason why is this. So last year I was completely last year for like 8 months I was unemployed, and that like really sucked. And if it wasn't for you guys, and if it wasn't for the comics and you guys buying the comics and supporting the comics, I honestly, like my family, we wouldn't have been able to make it. Like seriously, like those books were like what were keeping us afloat. And luckily, I was able to make some good decisions with some of like how I spent the money to keep the books and the production going. But also I was able to pay my bills, and it was really tight and it was really scary. And it was thanks to you guys that my family was able to do that. With that being said, my family almost didn't survive during those months, and it was really bad. I'm not going to get into it because it's very personal, but it was very bad. Anyways, I find a job at the end of December. A marketing job, and I'm in charge. They're just like, you're the boss, and I'm like, okay, thank you. I'm the director of marketing, and the first thing I did was I was like, all right, I see all these problems in the business. Let's fix them. Boom, 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 boom. Fix all these problems in like 2 months. We know revenue's up. The customers are happy. I start going to these meetings and these various conventions, and my boss is able to see that he knows how to sell, he knows how to talk, he also knows how to market. Anyways, what happened later is, so I meet this guy, and he's like, hey, like, I've been watching what you've been doing, and I really like what you're doing, and I'm friends with your boss. What if I could make a deal that you like work for me? And we'll just make like your boss like a client. And I'm like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. And anyways, as the months start going on, I talk more and more with this guy, and he's bloated. And he just goes, hey, Tyler, I tried starting a marketing company 3 years ago, and it absolutely bombed. But I like what you're doing. I like your skills. I like how you can sell and talk. Like, I want to restart this marketing company. I want you to be ahead of it, and I will fund everything. Like, I will fund everything, and for the first like year or two, and if you can make this happen, and we can make X amount of money, I'll give you ownership of the company. And I was like, wow, that's pretty sweet of a deal. But are you serious? And a couple more months have gone by this year, and I'm like, he offers it to me again, and I'm like, okay, like he's serious. Like I'm like, he's serious. And so I'm like, I will do it on one condition. You have to let me hire my friend, because what the stuff that I'm very bad at doing in terms of marketing, he's really good, and we work really well together. And he said done. So I hired my friend, and we took on this opportunity. And so that's why I've just been really busy. And because of it, it's like, okay, I think I need to ramp down on my comics just a little bit. Just bring it down just a little bit so that I can work on this opportunity. And then if this opportunity pans out, the amount of comic books I'm going to be freaking putting out is going to be dope. But yeah, so like that's just an update of my life and what I'm doing. Is I'm working really hard. I'm working really hard on building out this new company, and it's really exciting. I'm working with one of my close friends, and things are going really well. Things are going really well. The potential is huge, but it's also like, okay, I've got to also find time to make these comics, and so like I'm up all night, every single freaking night, doing these comics, and it's just great because I'm creating this company. I've got to relearn a lot of these marketing and business skills that I've known, but it's like you need a refresher, and you have to implement them. And then I'm realizing, I've got to start doing that shit for myself. And so, what I've learned as doing this is like, okay, at this place I've got to work smart. I've got to work smart. And it's something that I feel like I haven't been doing as an indie creator, because sometimes we do these vanity things. And what I say is like, we're vanity working. Like, I'm like, I worked like for 5 hours, but like the thing you were working on didn't really move the needle. It's not going to push anything. And so that's like, I'm like learning, I'm like relearning that skill and going, okay, just because I'm drawing a comic, for 10 hours, am I actually moving the needle? I wrote another script, I'm moving the needle. It's like, maybe you're not. Maybe you're actually not moving I see so many people like, oh yeah, I wrote another script for another book. It's like, yeah, but is that moving the needle? Like, did you need to write that other script? Or maybe could you have spent like those 4 hours maybe creating your website, or learning a new skill, or creating an automated flow to get some more customers. And so I just feel like a lot of creators do vanity work, where it's like, it's stuff that sounds sexy, but it's not moving the needle. And what a lot of people don't understand about marketing, and no offense, a lot of it's girls. Whenever I'm meeting like females and they're talking about marketing, think about influencers and the photos and the videos. And like the social media, because that's all the sexy stuff in marketing, when really like the real marketing is pulling up a spreadsheet, creating an automation, building an email campaign, a text campaign, looking through analytics, data, spreadsheets. Like that's where the real marketing is. It's just really ugly and unsexy, and most people don't want to do it, which is why it can be really lucrative if you like are really good at that kind of stuff. How you doing, Solid? Does that mean you are most likely going to find a fulfillment team to help you handle and ship your books then? It really depends. Because like with Bold Assassin, I was able to knock it out in 2 days. I could have done it in 1 day had I like done it like a full day, because I just did it like 4 hours a night. With Super Plumber Sisters, I'll probably be able to bang that one all by I created a really good system that I could fulfill this shit myself really fast and really easily. Girl with the Megafist could be a little harder, but I don't know. Which, by the way, guys, to anyone who's backed the Girl with the Megafist, but was like, where's the frick is the book? If you read my update, it is coming. Everyone's going to be getting a free 24-page book with their book. It's a little short comic, one shot called "My Cute Coworker Wants to Kill Me." Everyone's going to get that. I'm working with the artist right now. Actually, I worked on it with them today because I just feel bad. I'm like, dude, I gotta give these people something. I feel awful. Got Storm, Corey in the house. How you doing? Vincent Flanagan. Moral of the story is make money to make comics. Dude, that's the thing. Like, I'm like, the potential cash from this venture could be ungodly, and I could be able to like really make some dope comics and just really like I don't know. I'm just excited. Really, and like it really, like Vincent, like my wife, when we were talking, she's like, "Oh my gosh, if you pull this off, we could buy this, we could buy this, we could do this." And I was like, she's like, "What would you do?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna make more comics." And she's like, "Gosh dang it, Tyler." And I'm actually like, that's where my mind was at. And so yeah, it's just been really good. Like, I've been doing. Here's the thing. Like, I've been doing marketing stuff, even though I haven't been doing YouTube. Like, I've still been doing marketing stuff, and I'm still capturing new customers. I'm getting new leads, and I'm getting emails, and I'm doing stuff that you guys aren't seeing because it's just not sexy. It's not sexy to say, "Oh yeah, I created this blog website, and it talks about this topic, and it's generating me because of this content. It targets this organic ideal customer profile, and because of the SEO, I'm able to do it. I'm able to retarget them, which then brings them over to a landing page." Which then they're able to give me their stuff, and then I put them into an automated workflow that eventually will get them to buy my stuff. Like, all of that is just so like boring to talk about, and most creators don't care. Most people don't care, and so I just want to say, like, yeah, I'm around. I'm still doing stuff. I'm still making comics. Twitter is the place that I am the most active, but I do plan on making more YouTube videos. That's another thing is like in this. While I'm learning all this stuff, I'm like, oh, I've got to get back to freaking basics, Tyler. Like, I need to do stuff that I tell my clients to do. I heard this quote. It was like, most business people would succeed if they took their own advice. And I was like, oh my gosh. And, you know, sometimes that means sitting down for like an hour and writing on scraps of pieces of paper and going, nope, that's not going to work. Do it again. Like, literally, like, I have this piece of paper, and it was basically my homework, and I had 30 of these. They're just all in the trash because I was like, that didn't work. And this is like how I'm going to create content, and that's going to work with me in my schedule. And sometimes you just got to like figure shit out, and it's not sexy and it's not fun. And I would have rather drawn for that hour. I would have rather made a new story for that hour. I would have rather streamed with you guys for that hour, but it just wouldn't have been a good idea. Oh shit. I'm like one of my clients for this marketing company. We just finally set up like one of their websites to take on orders, and all of the notifications go through me so I can keep me and my friend accountable. We just got our first order on that website. Like, we set it up like 2 days ago. That's sick. So yeah. Yeah. Mrs. Coffee, wait, is all that boring stuff in those books you were promoting? Yes. Yes. All that stuff is just the boring stuff. Cause it's just not sexy. Like, it's not sexy. People want it to be sexy, but it's not sexy. And let's talk about this real quick. Let's talk about this, because knowing these marketing systems can solve a lot of people's problems, which, you know, let's get into the topic today, you know, 20 minutes later. For everyone who thinks about making webcomics, this webcomic made the incredible amount of $1,600 for 2 million views, 90 episodes, years of work, thousands of readers, but still not a livable wage. Webtoons and every other aggregator is a scam. No, Mrs. H, it's not social media. In fact, I was talking with the creator yesterday. This creator was like, hey, Tyler, can we do some, I'll pay you to do some marketing consulting with me. And he was like, I don't want to do, he's like, I hate social media, and I don't want to put myself out there, and I don't want to do YouTube. And I literally showed them, because guys, I don't do things unless I don't talk about things unless I know that I can do them and show them. And so I showed him 3 examples of stuff that I've done that didn't show my face. I didn't tell any one of you people of marketing things that built me an audience. I created a newsletter that no one knows about, that it was me. And it had thousands of reads. And I built an audience there. I did it for a month. Sorry, I did it for 2 months. And I was like, sweet, this is possible. Stop doing it. I built out a YouTube channel of shit that I don't care about. Even now, I haven't posted since last year, December of last year. That channel within the last 30 days has still gotten 5,000 views. Okay, so that channel is still going. And no one knew it was me. I just talked about something, and then I created a website, and I built them through this funnel. I showed them how to create an audience just by writing blogs and connecting with people. Like, there is a way, like, you still have to use the internet. You still have to use social media, but you don't have to be you. You don't have to, like, engage in social media. Like, you can just talk about stuff that you like. You never have to say your name. And if it's of value and people like it, you can grow an audience. But, like, so for this, Webtoons isn't a scam, because here's the thing. This creator, so this is her name is Katie Clover. She's on Webtoon Canvas, so she's not getting paid by Webtoons. And I think one thing that people need to realize is this, is like, Webtoon Canvas is the hard one. You're not going to be making money on Webtoon Canvas. Like, you just aren't. It's going to be so hard to make money off of Webtoon Canvas. Like, Webtoon Originals is where you make the money, because you're having Webtoons pay you. Plus, you can have your Patreon. Plus, you can have sponsorships and ad deals and whatnot. But Webtoon Canvas is strictly based off of ads. So it's going to be very hard. But this goes to show the power that Webtoons does have. That you can create an organic audience off Webtoons. Look, 3 million views, 40,000 subscribers. Okay? So, let's look at this. Let's go Halloween event. Sugar and Swords. Fantastic. Okay, so the comic, standard Webtoon stuff. So right here is where the bottom is the most important thing. It's we call this bottom area the call to action. Basically, what you're telling this person, what you're telling the audience is, hey, you just got done reading this free thing. Now I want you to buy shit. And the problem is like, most of these people right here, they're not wanting to buy shit. Like, Webtoon, like, they're not going to want to buy shit unless they're, like, super, super into what you're doing. 'Cause remember, see, this computer, like, is struggling to open this. Everything that we're talking about is the marketing funnel, okay? So Webtoons for her is the marketing funnel. She had 3 million people, okay? Then 60,000 people subscribed, 1,000 people read, and then how many people take action? That's going to be up to her. And so, yeah, she made $1,600 on Webtoon, but that's just in the awareness stage. And so it's like, okay, you need to use digital comics for the awareness aspect, and then you create marketing and sales systems to get them to buy. And if we look at this, posted April 13th, 2024. 1 month later, she posts her Amazon, and she dropped the book March of last year. But she didn't even put the book in her call to action right here. Like, she didn't even put the book in this link right here. You have to go to the comments later. Like, this is an easy edit. And so, everyone's like, mad and stuff. but then they're not going to buy her book. But you have to like the marketing the marketing funnel is there to go, okay, like how do I bring people down into action? And this is the problem that every creator struggles with, me included. It's the awareness. And she had 3 million people read it. I mean, let's see, that video was in April of 2024, but like something happened before then. So let's go to like right here. Let's look at some of these older episodes. We got the head ninja here. So like no real call to action. Like, hey, you should subscribe. Hey, you should go like give me your email, like click on this link and blah blah. And don't get me wrong, Webtoons is really bad at that. And so I totally understand why like that would be a thing. Because it would be really cool if there was a link. And so maybe Webtoons, that's a problem with Webtoons. But another thing is, maybe the product is only good enough to be read for free. That's another thing. I posted, let's see if I can find my original tweet. We got Delicate Art in the house. We got Mrs. H. I'm wanting to leave social media, so I need to see if I wrote down the names of those books. They're all called the 1 hour content plan. And then the other one is the 1-page marketing plan. And then another one that you could do is $100 million offers, and the other one's $100 million leads. Okay. We got the Crooked Painter in the house. The Pyramid. How you doing, man? We got the Head Ninja. What up? So like this right here. These are the 5 stages that basically everyone needs to learn how to figure out. Is your product good enough? Are you building awareness of it? Do you have good retention of customers? Are you able to fulfill it? What's the customer experience? And all of that stuff will bring you money. And so you need to, what's up, Blight Blazer? How you doing? And so you as a creator need to figure out where the problem is. Okay? So let's say you're like, I have a really good product, but no one's buying it. Okay, if no one's buying it, you have an awareness problem then. If you have a good product and no one's buying it, you have an awareness problem. So what's the thing that you should be focusing on? Awareness. Because the customer, like this stuff is all customer based. That doesn't matter if no one's buying it. So let's build up awareness. So let's say you spend 3 to 4 months, you start learning how to do marketing and sales. All of a sudden you're getting the awareness, you're getting the views, you're getting the likes. But no one's buying the product. Okay, now we don't have an awareness problem. Now we have the fact that, maybe the product actually isn't good. That's not good. Or maybe like the marketing and the messaging and the awareness is not working. But regardless, there's either a problem with the awareness or there's a problem with the products. Now you go, okay, crap, the product's not good. Let me go fix the product. And then once you fix that, you're able to bring that to the awareness. And now that you've already learned how to do the awareness, now you just got to integrate it. So let's say you start selling more of the product, and let's say it's a product that you need to buy like, once a month, 2 months, but people are only buying it for 3 months. Okay, we have a retention problem. What's going on? Oh, that might be the messaging. It might be our customer experience, our marketing, how we're retargeting these customers. Okay, let's fix that. One thing that my friend found out while he was looking at the data, he goes, hey, Tyler, when I was working at that book publishing company, he's like, dude, 90% of our customers are first-time buyers. And I'm like, oh, frick. He goes, Tyler, like we need to get these people buying second and third time. So I'm like, okay, I don't even know what to do about that. So we had a retention problem. Spend 2 weeks learning how to freaking fix that. Spend the next 5 days building out a retargeting campaign so that a retargeting automation so that the customer is given a message 24 hours if they bought, 72 hours after they received it, a week later, they're given a coupon, 3 months later, 6 months later, and that's all automated. 2 months later, we start seeing our orders go up, and these people are buying second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time. And so we fixed our retention problem because we study the one thing. What's the one problem that we need to fix? Okay, Tyler, your job is to fix that one problem. Okay? So like right now for me as a creator, I honestly believe that like I need to do better in my awareness. How do I do that? And I need to create more content. I need to be better with my SEO. I need to be better with how I treat my ideal customer profile, and stuff. Because there's the thing, guys. I'm not saying that this is a bad comic, but there's clearly something, not clicking. There's something clearly not clicking because you don't want to rely on Webtoons ads to make the money. You want to be able to get people over to your physical comic. That's the goal, by the way, of a digital comic is building the awareness. Zebra Comics, I need customers to purchase more copies of my book in case they want to read it more than once. That's fair. Like people, like you need to be trading. Like if you're gonna go into the route of digital comics, you need to realize like the route of digital comics is just the building of the awareness aspect. That's why I'm working on these various artists who are going to be doing like, 1 to 4 page one shots, or maybe it's just 2 panels, or maybe they're 20-page one shots and we just bust them out once a week. So that I'm always producing new comics that are free to read. And then people go, oh, like that's cool. That's funny. I like what Tyler's doing, and it's connecting me. And like I used to say this: you create content to build an audience to sell your product, which is your comic. That's how most creators have to view it, because most creators don't have the infrastructure to make their comic the content. Well, at this point, I've learned how to treat comics as the content to give to the audience to get them to buy more comics. Look at my channel for the last like 5 years. There's like maybe 1 or 2 videos where I actually talk about my videos, about my own personal comics, because it's always create content to build an audience to sell my comics. But now going forward, I'm still going to be doing that with Draw and Talk. That's what this sheet is for, is trying to figure out how to create content for the audience that will buy a product. But then also I've created another channel that is create comics, which is the content to build an audience who like those comics, and then they will buy more comics. So that's the experiment that I'm going to try. That's the experiment that I'm going to try. I've seen other creators do this though. Like I never do something that I'm like, oh, I'm going to be the first one to do it. No, like I see creators who are already doing it, and they're doing it well, and they're doing it successfully, because success leaves clues. Success leaves breadcrumbs. So I can go, okay, I see what they're doing. I see their playbook. How can I replicate this? But I don't know like their results. I only see the awareness aspect because I'm not behind the scenes of what they're doing. I'm not part of their business. But I know that from an awareness standpoint, people are more aware, interested, and have more desire to buy their stuff than they do with mine. So it's like, okay, how can I do what they're doing, and then get people just as aware, just as interested, just as desired for my stuff, and then let's see if I can convert them. Fiona Wolf, I do bird side and burst mode now. Yeah. So like, here's the thing. Like, I think this person has all the makings of like, they're ready. Like they have their book. Is this cover good? Is this cover engaging? Is this back cover good? Like there might be a problem with the content. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if this, like, I personally don't think this cover looks very good. I think it could look way cooler. What's this? But she's got like, she's got the merch, she's got the stickers, she's got the Instagrams. So like this, by the way, I had a feeling but I wanted to, like, before I said it, like, make sure it was real. So, like, this is the coolest piece of art that she has on this, and it's a video, and it has the most likes in this in her entire grid. Why? Because this is cool. Look at this. It's her book. It's about an NPC in video games. Like, this is cool. Like, that's a great way to sell your shit. That's why it has more views than everything else that she does, and likes and crap. All right, let's see. Do you have any opinions on Yaira? Do you hate it like people in CG do? No, I mean, I don't have an opinion on Yaira because I don't read it. I didn't read Yaira. I saw the trailer. I thought people getting mad at the trailer was stupid because they're like, "Oh, this is crap quality." I'm like, what did you think it was going to be? Like a blockbuster movie? Like, this is an indie studio. Like, go them for pulling that off. Like, let's see your trailer. No, my opinions on Yaira, I think what Eric July's doing is cool. Like, I think it's great for him. I think he's doing awesome things. None of his books have made me want to read them, because I'm not his ideal customer profile, you know? I'll tell you this. I liked that White Pill song that him and his band put out more than I'm more interested in his music than I am his comics. Like, that's what I'm more interested in. I'm more interested in his music. I liked that song. And then that song made me start listening to other of his songs. I was like, oh, I like this. This is different. I like it. It's pretty good. But no, I don't have any opinions on Yaira. Like, I think it's cool that Eric July is putting out comics. I think it's cool that he's making comics. I think it's cool that he's hiring writers. He's hiring artists. He's building out a comic book company. And I think it's really cool that he's doing, you know, making stuff. I've got no problems with it. Like, do I think it's good? I've only read the first Isom and I didn't like it. But that doesn't mean I'm going to spend my days hating on Eric July. Because I'm not a fucking loser. Like, I'm not going to make millions of streams. I'm not going to, like, be making videos like looking at his every single move and tweet, and like it just comes off of like it just reeks of jealousy. Like, just let him do his own thing. And if people have a problem with it, like, I don't know, I think if people have a problem with it, they need to look in the mirror and see, like, okay, like, I think something might be wrong with you. But you get super chats from that. Yeah, it's true, you do. Yeah, like, I think it's crazy that there are rando people coming in and making their whole brand, I hate Eric July. Like, they started a YouTube channel just because they hated Eric July. I think that's nuts. The Head Ninja, you mean the comics that no one is talking about unless they're getting bad reviews? Fiona Wolf, yeah, I'm deaf. Not Yaira or Isom's target customer profile, but I do think the backer should have a well-made story. Here's the thing, though. Like, if the backers like the story, here's the thing. Like, art is subjective. Writing is subjective. Stories are objective. Like, if people genuinely like Isom or Yaira or any of the other ones, then, or like Alpha Core, I think that's the other one, then, like, let them enjoy it. You know, some people might say that the stuff that I enjoy is shitty. And I'll say the stuff that other people enjoy is shitty. No offense. If I think The Sandman by Neil Gaiman is awful. I legit think it's like I legit think it sucks. I regret buying the, like, 12 volume, like, box set. I read the first like 2 graphic novels and I was like, gosh, like, I want to put a bullet through my head. I hate this. Some people are just salty. Oh yeah, absolutely. Vincent, I like shitting things and I know it. Yeah, same. Like guys, the comic that I'm giving away to the people who backed the growth of Megafist, it's called My Cute Coworker Wants to Kill Me. Like, it's not life changing. This is not a life changing book. You're not gonna, like, You're not going to like come to Jesus and be like, oh, Tyler's the next Alan Moore. It's a silly story about a guy. It's a silly story who gets his dream job at this tech company. But the rule is that whoever you share your cubicle with, the new person, has to experience something from the person who previously who already shares that cubicle with them. You know? And he looks around, and some of the new people have to play basketball. Some of the new people have to do some crazy things. Well, for his cubicle mate, she wants to kill him, and he's got to survive. He's got to survive that first day without her killing him, and then everything's gonna go to normal. It's a stupid, just fun story. Zebra Comics says, dude, this is just not running. This computer's dying. Let's see. People get emotionally invested in drama in so many different mediums. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, drama's fun. Like, let's just say that. Drama's fun. Especially if it's drama that you genuinely like. But when it comes to, like, comics and stuff, I don't enjoy that drama. Like, if someone has beef with me, I'll get into that drama, but I don't really care about other people's drama. Vex, people whining a lot of everything because they just hate people, have no lives, and they're projecting really hard. They need help. Then again, the American healthcare is whack, so that figures. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Damn, sounds like a first date. Don't spoil the ending, solid. But yeah, like, so I don't have a problem with Eric July. Like, I'm not gonna, like, I honestly, I don't have a problem with Eric July. I think what he's doing is cool for him. I think it's fantastic, and I wish him all the best. And I'll tell you this, it's really cool that he's hitting really big numbers every single time he does a campaign. I think that's awesome. And I think it's crazy the amount of people who are just like watching him. They're like, I wonder what bad thing Eric's gonna do today. It's lame. It's really lame. Like, I just want people to make. I want people to make more comics. I want people to spend more time making comics. You know, I'm just seeing a lot of complaining. You know, I left. I had to leave this indie Discord group that I was in because I was just so sick of, like, the complaining. Because what would happen is you'd have the same creators every single 2 or 3 months just bitch, moan, and complain. My campaign's not funding. Oh, no one's reading my stuff. No one's buying my book. I can't do this. No one cares. Woe is me. And I would go in there and be like, well, have you thought about doing that? Like I'm the guy who likes to come up with solutions. Hey, have you thought about doing this? Could you do this? Oh, I don't have time. Oh, I don't want to. Oh, that's a beneath me. Caden's like, come back, we miss you. No, I liked you, Caden, but no, Caden's in that group. Caden, I could not take the complaining anymore. It was such a waste of time for me. I was genuinely being like, gosh, I'm so sick of these fucking losers. Like, that's honestly how I viewed that's how I viewed all the complaining in that group. I was just like, gosh, look at these fucking losers just crying every single fucking day. No one's reading my stuff. It's like, okay, well, let's look into why. Let's go back to this. Why are people not reading your stuff? Well, what is the problem? What's the problem that you have? My comic is so good. Why is no one reading it? If your comic is so good and no one's reading it, then that means you have an awareness problem, which means you're not doing any marketing. I don't have time for marketing. You don't have time to do the thing that's going to bring you customers? But so you'll just complain. You don't have time to do the thing that's going to bring you customers. I just couldn't take it anymore, Kaden. I couldn't take it. I fucking couldn't take it anymore. And I was getting so mad because I'm very much like, I'm very much like these days in my life, I'm like, I am on an airplane all the time and I hate it. And the airplane I'm on, it has Wi-Fi. And so I'm on these Discords and I'm on these Twitters and I was just getting so mad. Because I'm like, why am I spending time talking with someone who's not gonna, why am I spending time talking to someone who's not gonna change? You know, whenever I talk with a client, our very first meeting is a coming to Jesus moment. And it's listen, I'm gonna walk you through fire and brimstone. I'm gonna hold your hand through it. But there's gonna be so many times where you're gonna wanna let go. I need you to trust me. If you don't trust me, then like this is gonna be a waste of your, you know, $10, $20, $30,000. Please trust me. Okay? I was dealing with one. And I was telling her, like, just trust the process. Trust the process. Literally first week. I was like, here's the playbook. They're like, I don't know if we should do this. This is hard. I think we should do something else. It's like, this is the playbook. This is the road. Okay? Guess what? The road. Here's a Lord of the Rings reference. The road to get to the Grey Havens at the end, you got to go through Mordor. Okay? And we're going to go through Mordor. Okay? Yeah. It's oh man, I'm so mad at that. Here's the thing, Kaden. I think about it all the time, and you know, like, I'm friends with Travis. I was actually talked with him today. I didn't have time today, by the way, but Coins of Judas #3 is out. It doesn't have my art. It has Roland's in it. He's the one that took over. One of these days, I'll show off the art that I did for that book. But I did have a cover. I was able to do my cover, and Travis was like, "Yo, dude, your cover sold out at my comic book store." I'm like, "That's what I'm talking about." I didn't have time to go grab get my own copy. But Kaden, I want to come back because, like, I don't know. I think this is like Travis described it to me once as like, I saw once he was talking to someone. He was like, Tyler's toxic trait is that he wants to help people and he gets mad when they don't listen. And that's honestly, like, I think that's really how it is like, I have a toxic trait where I genuinely want to help people, and I get mad when they don't listen and they just complain. And it was causing problems. Like, seriously, like, Kaden, can you imagine? And I don't care if they fucking see this or hear this, because I'd say it to their face, like, you're a fucking loser. I could have told you your campaign was going to fail. Look at it. It looks fucking bad. The page is horrible. What were you thinking? This is lazy. You're lazy. Why are you complaining about getting no customers when you're not spending time doing the thing to get customers? Are you above it? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I've realized that, like talking with creators and that kind of stuff and marketing advice, like, it only takes me so far before, like, I get in trouble because I get mad at someone because I tried helping them. I was just sick of them, like, not listening and going, I can help you. And they're like, man, I gotta find you're a fucking loser. Let's see. Do you think fulfilling books in a consistent manner is more important than anything else involved in the campaign? Yeah, because I think it does. I think you know, having a good product and then fulfilling it is good. Like, that's why I'm really beating myself up with the fact that Growth the Megafist 4 is 5 months late. Like, I am eternally I'm glad that I've built up a rapport of someone who does fulfill his books, and I do have, like, that credibility where it's like, Tyler does make books, he is very serious, he's going to get you these books, and I can prove and say, hey, I've done 90% of the book, like, just give me, like, another month. So, but, like, fulfilling is very important because that's how you build trust with people. Like, this is a transaction. They're giving you they're giving you their hard-earned money, and, like, if you just walk off with it and are late and not communicating and making excuses, then, or just disappear, like, that destroys trust. That sounds so annoying. If you make good stuff, at least someone want to read it. And you got to extend your reach. Absolutely. Tyler, what the fuck are you prepared to do, Carpenter? Dude, like my family, we have a little motto that we say. And it's we can do hard things. Like that's my family's motto. Because like with anything, there is no easy way. It's going to be hard. It's going to fucking suck and no one wants to do it, but they're so happy to complain. Fiona Wolf, the biggest hurdle for indies, they don't want to wear more than one hat. It's true. And not just that, they think they're above. They think they're above wearing more than one hat. I'm just a creative. I don't need to do anything. So they're creative. And I think they're above sales and marketing. Let's say they want to go with the publisher because they want the publisher to do sales and marketing. And then they come to realize that when they go with that publisher barely can do their own sales and marketing. Publishers only do sales and marketing for the first 2-3 months of the book's lifespan, and they give up on it because they're ready to move on with new projects. And then when they get their royalty check, they realize they made fucking no money, and they could have made more money had they done it themselves, but now they've wasted 3 or 4 years. And don't get me wrong, this isn't don't get me wrong, this doesn't happen all the time. But going the publisher route, strictly I want to work with a publisher route, you will not make money. I've seen it. Okay, I've been to all the publisher conferences. I've talked with marketers with HarperCollins, Tor, Shadow Mountain. Some of the biggest fiction, books. 90% of these books don't sell more than 300 to 400 copies. 1,000 if you're lucky. But get this. Gosh, my nose is itching. Get this. When you work with a publisher, what's your royalty rate? Probably anywhere from $1 to $2, depending on the wholesale amount. With comics, it's probably even less. So let's say you sell 1,000 comics. Maybe you make $1,500. Is that going to move the needle for you? It's not. It's not. $1,500 isn't going to move the needle for you. Or let's say you sold, because you could sell 100 copies on your own sweat and dime, and you will make just the same amount. You'll make the same amount. But now you control the customer data. Now they know who you are. They're invested in who you are, and you can retarget and remarket them. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad thing to do both. Once I'm finished with some of these series like Bullet Assassin or Super Plumber Sisters, I'll go hit up Ben Dunn from Antarctic Press and go, "Hey Ben, I've got these things. Do you want to do a mini series off of them?" And if he says yes, that's going to be freaking awesome. And if he throws up and if they go into stores, I'm going to tell everyone, "Hey, you can now get this book in stores," and they'll sell their copies, but it's not going to move the needle. It's not going to change my life, nor is it going to change Antarctic's life, because Antarctic Press, they're not in a position to do what they're doing, but they don't have the infrastructure to do any more than that. Publishing is freaking hard. And anytime I hear people "Oh, I wish this publisher did this. I wish this publisher did this." I'm like, dude, you have no idea. We had this rule when we would do meetings at the publisher. We'd go, dude, if you're going to give out if you are going to speak an idea, you're going to be the one that does it, because I'm not doing it. So if you say, "Hey, I think we should do this," my response was always in those meetings, "That's a fantastic idea, Jerry. You should do that." Because I don't have time for it. So that's how, small publishers, they're lucky to get the books on time into, the stores. Okay, it's really hard. There's not a lot of money in it. These people are they do it for the passion. But, for, real crazy growth, it's going to take something else. And small publishers, especially in comics, just don't have that. So that's why I'm always let me bank on myself first. Any comic book group I've joined, no matter how positive to begin with, the sentence to complaining eventually. 100%. 100%. And then what happens as well is you're with these people and you're going up. And you're going up together. And then eventually one person like transcends everyone, and they either two things either happen. Either the person right here gets an ego and starts acting like a turd to everyone at the bottom, or the person up here is like, hey, like, I'm here, maybe I can help you guys, show you guys how I bridge this gap, but the people are here like, oh, look at that person, like, and then they get salty. So like there's always like a problem with someone either at the top or the bottom, I found. If your social feed is 80% your project, not a round of interest, people will tune you out 100%. I did marketing today. I posted my link. You didn't do any marketing. Pay Tyler to do your marketing. I'm going to open up, guys, some marketing consultations, because I did one. I've done two. I did one today and I did one yesterday, and it was really fun. It's not cheap. What are they doing that they don't have time to market this stuff is the question. 100%. I agree. Yet those same comic creators have enough time to harass innocent people just because of different opinions or whatever. They're so pathetic. Look at Gail Simone. She talks about her comics, but she lets her followers on what's going on in her life too. Dude, like, people don't like Gail Simone. How you doing, E. Campbell? But Gail Simone's really good at marketing because she understands her customer profile. She's really, really good at it. Why don't we fly over Mordor on the Eagles? I had to mute Lord of the Rings on the bird site because everyone goes back to that well to the point that I am Harry Potter level fed up. Use another book. For comic campaigns, don't put the variant covers first. Put the story, characters, and setting first thing. Then sample pages, dialogue added. Readers need to know how all the parts intertwine. Funny because most art schools have gone to have public speaking and marketing classes. Here's the thing, though, about marketing classes. They're very high level, but like it's hard to teach someone how to implement a lot of marketing stuff without getting their hands dirty. So like I knew a guy, and he had a degree in marketing, and he knew all the marketing words, the phrases, the theories, the techniques, but it's like, okay, but you don't know how to implement them. You don't know how to actually do them because you don't know, like, at base structure what it's like to market, because you know what it's like up here, but you don't know how to get down and dirty where it really happens. Invest in creative side of the hose as a side income, especially for the first 10 plus years. Not many make bank or equal day job money in the first few years. Caden, proving you can make it on your own is how you get publishers wanting to work with you. Bancroft, going to print in the next couple of weeks. Oh, it's freaking awesome. Yeah, how's your latest Lucent campaign? Variant covers are for established creators that have an audience already, not for the new guys on the block. I mean, I don't know, because I do variant covers, and here's the thing about my variant covers. Besides one artist that's done professional work in the industry, all of my variant artists are random people I found on Instagram, Twitter, and Fiverr. All of my variant covers. So it just has to like look cool. Like you don't need big names. You don't need big names for your variant covers. Like, don't get me wrong, it can help, but like, what's selling your variant cover? And think about like longevity, like with your brand. When people think of your brand, are they thinking about the story and your character, or are they thinking about, oh, I got a variant cover? Like if you're going, like, the reason why my campaign was successful is because people bought this Jim Lee cover. Did people like your book because of your book, or did they want the Jim Lee cover? And then you have to hope, because this is an investment. You have to hope that when you do the next book of that series, but you don't have that Jim Lee cover, are people coming back for that book? Did they like you have to hope, like that's a marketing play. Like, because maybe that is a good investment. If I get Jim Lee on a variant cover and people buy it and Jim Lee brings all his people, maybe some of them will funnel down into getting the second one. Like, that's an awareness thing. And it's a gamble. That's a gamble. That it's a gamble, but it's definitely a play for sure. Also, we got like 27 to 30 people here. You guys rock. Oh. Seeing variant covers first thing on a project I have no idea about puts me in a mood. I get the impression the campaign cares more about the collectors rather than growing their story/universe. Well, here's the thing though. Here's the thing to understand about Kickstarter. And I've realized this, having done Kickstarter, having done Indiegogo, having been on Webtoons, and thinking, oh, they combine. They don't. These are all separate pockets of the indie comic book sphere. People who buy books at the stores, there's very little conversion of them going to buy your shit online or to buy your Kickstarter. There's no correlation of someone from there's very little correlation of someone from Kickstarter then going over to Webtoon. I know, I tried, it failed. And I was like, okay, so there's no connection. So these are two separate entities. Look at Mongi with Let's Play. I mean, she has 4 million people reading her Let's Play webtoon, and then her diehard fans, the diehard fans, which consists of like 4,000 people, were part of that pre-launch Kickstarter. Don't get me wrong, she makes she made like $400,000 on that book. But there's just different pockets of creators, and you have to go, okay, is it possible for me to play in all of the sandboxes? And it is, but it's a longer play. Like, some of the moves that I'm making right now, I think I'm going to see the dollars come in maybe 4 years. That's honestly the my thinking is I'm going to see some of these things really happen in 3 to 4 years. And so because I have that mindset, I'm going, okay, what's it going to look like? What am I going to look like in 5 years? What do I want it to look like in 5 years? Okay, I want it to look like this. I have a massive back catalog of graphic novels. Sweet. Well, with those graphic novels, I can then also put them into digital areas and get the digital readers interested in them. Okay, sweet. Then I can put them into a funnel, those digital people into a funnel so that get them into the physical graphic novel. Sweet. Okay, I want to have my website ready so I can sell those physical graphic novels. Sweet. Okay, I want to be able to put those graphic novels onto Amazon for the print-on-demand thing, because God forbid someone comes on my website, it goes viral, and I need to fulfill 1,000 books. I don't have 1,000 books on my website. I'll be screwed. So I'd rather use print-on-demand Amazon. Okay, so print-on-demand Amazon. For Amazon, you have to do really well on Amazon. You have to understand. You have to learn how to do the formatting. You have to learn how to do ads. Okay, I learned how to do the formatting check. But how do I do the Amazon ads? Okay, in 5 years, when this pans out, that's when I'm going to be doing it. So I've got 5 years to learn how the Amazon ads work and keep up to date with stuff. Maybe I can throw up one here and there, practice, get the algorithm going, get my skills going. Okay, so it's like, if you know like where you want to be in 5 to 10 years. Then you can go, okay, this is what it looks like. What's it going to take to get there? What skills do I have? And what skills do I not have that I need to learn and understand in these next 5, 10 years? And I think the problem is a lot of creators, they're not thinking that far ahead, and they're just like, I want to write, I just want to draw, and they're not thinking, okay, what is it going to look like for you in 10 years? What skill sets are you going to need to make that happen? So for me, like, what it looks like for me in 5 years, I currently don't have those skill sets right now, but I'm starting to learn them, and I'm putting the pieces together, and I'm doing my homework, and I'm reading up on stuff, and I'm educating myself, and I'm focusing on the various problems, so that when that 5-year thing happens, I can make these problems. So the people that are backing the GI collection on Kickstarter do not buy books in stores. Well, I'm just saying, like, there's like, I'm thinking of like indie people though. I'm thinking of indie people. Like, Travis and I were talking, and like he has books on Kickstarter, but then those people that like he'll sell like 1,000 copies with Scout Comics, but then those people don't really go find him later on his other Kickstarter. So it's like, oh, I sold 1,000 of this series on Kickstarter, but how come they're not coming back for the next chapter, which is starting on Kickstarter? She sold 1,000 copies in stores. How come when the new book comes out on Kickstarter first, how come they're not going there? It's like, well, I'm just going to go to the store. I'm just going to wait for the book in store. So it's like, it's different. Some people, with a publisher like the GI collection, you're going on Kickstarter because you want an exclusives. You want something exclusive, and so that's kind of the angle on it. So basically, be aware of venue conversion rates. I mean, you got to know the data. Michael Bancroft. Yeah, only 1% of regular Webtoon readers will jump over to crowdfunding. You need to convert them to your newsletter or socials first. 100%. Better to use those Webtoon numbers to broker a publishing deal. Also 100%. But once again, though, like I heard this quote and it absolutely changed everything for me because one of the big problems that I have is I do focus on vanity metrics, and that is something that is so stupid. And I always tell, like, anytime I work with a company, whether it's my day job or a client, I always tell them, don't look at vanity metrics. Vanity metrics don't count. Vanity metrics don't matter. And I always say that to people and clients and people I work at, and yet I don't follow that myself. Because to me, vanity metrics are important. But I know they're not because I tell people they're not because they're not. And so I was at a conference in Florida, and the speaker goes, what did he say? Hold on. I messaged it to someone. Hold on. I want to get this right. Let's see. I am in one last creator group, and the only thing we talk about is marketing. That's all we talk about. Nothing else. You know, in this group, the rule is you can't talk about anything else that isn't marketing related. Okay, your business metrics don't follow your vanity metrics. Your views don't mean more sales. And so, like, it finally, like, that, like, finally hit me because I put on this event last week, and like I was like super bummed because I was thinking of the vanity metrics. I put out it was a small venue. I put out an event, and we only had only 4 people bought tickets. 4 people bought tickets, and with your ticket, you're allowed to bring 2 or 3 people. So I'm bummed, man. Like, I'm bummed. I'm like, gosh, I planned this event. I only got 9 people in, and out of those 9 people, technically only 4,000 people. Technically only 4 tickets were sold, and so I'm super bummed. And I hear this thing at this conference, and I'm rewatching the conference video because they posted on YouTube. And at the end of the event, I'm with my office manager, and I'm like, all right, like, was that a freaking failure? And she's like, no. I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, like, of those 4 tickets, like, those tickets were expensive, so we made like $6,000. How much was the catering? Blah, 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 blah. And she goes, Tyler, like, it was $5,000 in profit just from the ticket sales. I'm like, okay, that's good. And then she's like, but 3 of those people signed up for our thing, so like that's $20,000. And I was like, oh. So it's like I was so focused on the vanity aspect of it, like, oh, I only got 9 people and 4 tickets and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, no, like, I filled the room with the right people. I filled the room with my ideal customer profile, people who are interested in my product, and in turn made the money. And it's like, okay, that it just made me realize, like, Tyler, like, sometimes I'd post a video and go, oh, it only got 200 views, 400 views, 500 views, not realizing it's like, Tyler, you put out a video and you spoke to 400 people who are interested in what you are talking about, and 400 people is a lot. And if you can convert those, like, you're not going to convert those 400, but like, if you can convert 10 of them or 40 of them into a sale, just keep doing it, because your business metrics don't follow your vanity metrics. And I was like, So I re-put some up on my YouTube videos. I was like, I need to put up more YouTube videos. I mean, I still need to do better. I still need to build better videos and get better at that. But it's like, yeah, like I need to not look at the vanity metrics and go, okay, like did this video move the needle? Did this piece of content move the needle? Was I talking to the right people? Because I was listening to this podcast and this guy's like, this girl has only 6,000 followers and her posts only get 10 likes on Instagram, but she makes $1 million. Why? Because she talks about a very specific problem that like only caters to like a couple thousand people, and she has the solution, but her solution is worth like, $10,000-$50,000, and when she sells it, she makes a shit ton of money because she only needs to talk to those 10 people because those 10 people are her customers. And so just think about that. Like when you're creating content, like in marketing, it's like, you don't need to hit 1 million. Like imagine if you had 1 million people, but they were all the wrong people. But if you had 100 people who were all the right people, that's huge. That'd be huge. So yeah, guys, thanks for listening to me just like rant and stuff. So let's recap. Tyler hasn't been streaming because he needs a new computer. Yeah, Tyler hasn't been streaming because he needs a new computer. I'm gonna take a couple like consulting jobs. Maybe I can raise enough money to get myself a new computer. Number 2, Bold Assassin Living in a Fantasy World is now fulfilled. That's fantastic. Bold Assassin Living in a Fantasy World number 2. The pre-launch page goes live next week, and and then we will bust out the campaign in July. I have delayed The Growth of Megafists Volume 4 even more because I rushed that last chapter. Thought I could combine 50 pages into 2. Yeah, I think it's 50 pages. More like 40. I thought I could combine 40 pages into 12. I just missed out on so much story. Like there's in one of the chapters, it shows Eliana and she's arguing with one of the brothers, and it's like this really important like emotional beat that like is crucial to like the rest of like kind of like finalizing the whole arc, but also it's crucial to the story going forward. And I was just like, let me just rush that, and it was just really bad storytelling decisions. So we scrapped that chapter and we're gonna draw the book how it's supposed to be. I'm lettering Super Plumber Sisters 2, so I'll get that done this week and then send it to my editor, and then we'll get the digital sent out, and then that'll go straight to print. So we'll fulfill that book in July. And then My Sexy Witch Academia 2 will also be finished in June and go out to print in July as well. So a lot of things happening. And then we have that free book going out to the physical will be free. Like I'm going to put out the digital for free for people, for everyone, but everyone who ordered a physical and digital copy of Growth of Megafist 4 will be getting a physical / digital copy of My Cute Coworker Wants to Kill Me. So, all right, guys. Do we still have people here? Are y'all alive? Let me know in the chat. Let me know what you guys are up to, but I appreciate it. I appreciate what you guys are doing. Here, let me tell you like the future of this channel, by the way, because until I get this new computer, the live streaming is very hard. But I want to be doing. I'm gonna start doing some more YouTube videos, pre-records, and I think it's important for me to have content pillars. Content pillars of what I talk about. So we have 3 content pillars. Like all the content that I make is gonna be either talking about these 3 things. What I'm doing and creating, what I am consuming, what I'm learning. So the videos that I make on this channel will fall into one of those 3 pillars. So like, for example, what I am doing, maybe I'm talking about me creating Bold Assassin or Growth the Megafist. I'm talking about the story and blah, blah, blah. What I'm consuming, I maybe talk about a manga that I'm reading or a comic book that I'm reading or a character that I think is kind of cool. And then what I'm learning, maybe I read Sakamoto Days and I'm like, man, Taro Sakamoto, Like, he's just an honest man who like believes in honoring his wife and listening to her despite her no kill rule, despite like assassins, and I could be a better husband, blah blah. So stuff like that. So expect to see some more content. It's going to be very lo-fi, like very little editing. Like, if anything, it'll be just mostly like this, like me talking like, hey guys, like, welcome to John Talk. So today we're going to be talking about this, and literally it's just going to be this. But I want to hang out with you guys more. I want to do more stuff. I want the Yu-Gi-Oh! Power of Chaos emulation game to work on my computer, but I need a new computer to get that. But the moment I get this new computer and I play that, we are streaming the shit out of that game. We are streaming the shit out of that game. Fiona Wolf, been listening and also surfing the amazing.coms and getting annoyed with Y meets X marketing lines. How is your blurb getting across? This is Star Wars meeting Indiana Jones in what ways? Yeah, dude, I hate that. I hate that marketing. Angels of the Renaissance. What's up, Tyler? How you doing? Veg's Bacon, staying alive. Hero Dark, Hope you get the new PC soon. It's a Mac. It's the Mac Studio. I hope so too. Got storm. All right, people are still here. Love the Yu-Gi memes, dude. I love Yu-Gi-Oh. I wish I could play it. Like, that's why I want Power of Chaos, because it follows the old school rules and it has the cards that I'm familiar with. Kaden, I like your less produced content, so sounds good. Yeah, like, I just need to do less produced content, and then it feels more like, oh, like, this is normal. This is Tyler's being a normal human being. Instead of me going, what's up, guys? Like, it's just fake. So, all right. Thank you guys for watching. I gotta go pack. Schedule my Uber to pick me up tomorrow. So, all right. Peace out. Tyler, try not to hang with the new summon mechanics. No, I don't get it. I don't get the Yu-Gi-Ohs, man. Like, I want to. I don't get the pendulum summons. I don't get the synchro. I don't get how someone can play 40 cards on their first turn and then beat me, and I didn't play a single thing. I hate it. The show is over. I'll see you guys again, but you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. If you're a creator and you want me to do a marketing consultation, I will open it up. Solid says take care. Later, folks. Solid Howland. Oh, dude, Solid and Bullet Assassin, Chapter 2. I have a whole character dedicated to you, by the way. A whole character. Main character, too. I hope that you like it. Vincent, see you in 2 months. I hope to have a new YouTube video out next week. I hope. We'll see. Oh, yeah. Solid. Main character energy. Huge character. I want to stream again. Like, I want to stream more, guys, so I just need that computer, man. I just need that computer. I need that computer to stream. I just need to make some more money. Because this computer is dying. So I'm just going to work my ass off. All right, guys. I'm going to go rest. Assault.